Woods Foundation Court. We're in Park Hill. You know what I'm saying? It's the man right here.
This is nice, bro.
It was just fly suit, you know what I mean? It was just fly, dude.
Yo, welcome back, TTS, another exclusive episode. We're here on the road in the Meth Lab. We got a couple special guests here. If you could introduce yourselves.
It's the wide back bully, Water Team Zone Desert Eagle.
Staten Island most popular, sun lounging low from the 160, the goddamn boomer.
Boom!
Yeah, man. This is Wild Back Kate. No, I'm just playing. Nah, you know, I'm just, regular Kate, Staten Island Park Hill.
The GOAT.
Vibes.
This podcast is designed, to bring forth people's stories from what they struggled through to where they at right now presently. So we got a very exclusive Park Hill right here. So it's gonna come from different assets, different views of the upbringings and the birth of Wu-Tang to the Water Team, and the beautiful development that it stands at now. So if you could dive in a little bit and tell us a little bit about your childhood, okay?
Oh man, childhood. My childhood was definitely rough. But it was enjoyable at the same time because I learned a lot. What do you want me to stop, man? I can talk about so much. You just gotta.
The struggles that you faced as a kid,
That's
the lack of education or whatever,
just growing up, it was just different for us. Like I said, you came to the park earlier. Like I said, that park was clear, nothing there. We made our own games there. It was different from us coming up. To where it's looking like now. So it's a blessing. Back then it was like we made our own games.
Absolutely.
Made our own games just to have fun and enjoy life. So now it's like it's just something different. But it's a lot I could talk about, man. You just gotta.
Like I said, we're gonna try to get as much, touch base on a lot of different things and the struggles, and the birth of your beautiful park. So I know the childhood, you guys had a lot of odds against you. You guys had different projects, facing different projects, and
yeah. We had just basically coming up. It was always beef. Like I was telling you, it was like a Stapleton Park Hill thing, or New Brighton, West Brighton. It was always like different projects. But it was just us being kids at the same time, but just wild kids. But at the same time, it was still fun. Like us, niggas jumping somebody. We're like, yo, we just whipped this nigga ass. Niggas will laugh about it, but it seemed like it was for rec, but it wasn't for rec. It was real life shit.
Absolutely. Now, would you say all that right now is a huge impact of you try to spread all the humbleness and stop the violence and all that?
Oh yeah, it's definitely different now. Me just growing up. I learned a lot. A lot of things I'm doing now, like I got a K Woods Foundation that I started. So I do a lot with the kids, a lot of families, shit that I never had growing up, And I still learn a lot by me doing what I do and supporting in the hood, It's still a blessing to me because I was raised different, I never had that life. So me taking 200, 300 kids on trips or whatever the case might be, for free and families happy. Like if I could do shit like that, it's a blessing because I never had none of that. So me saying I never had none of that, so the shit that I'm doing as an adult, I'm still getting my little childhood life in. The shit that
letting it live through the kids.
Because I'm with the kids.
Yeah.
So I'm still having the same fun as well. So, I'm just blessed. Right? Word. That's what it really is. Me still having fun.
Is we didn't have too many outlets and too much things like that. Yeah, we had PAL. If it's something, we was fortunate enough to grow up in PAL, but we didn't have much. And we did a lot of dirt, put a lot of pain, caused a lot of hurt in that hood. So it's only right we pay back for it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now you guys are descendants from the Wu, right? Like you guys see the everything, the development from behind the scenes, and I know a lot of you tied behind the scenes, correct?
Yeah, definitely. You know, all of us really been tied behind the scenes and shit, but you know what I mean? Me and my brother right here got brothers. We all brothers. You know what I mean? That's affiliated with Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? You know, we don't really be bragging about that shit or nothing. It's just life. You know what I mean?
We just be
cooling out and doing what we do. You know me, I stamp my own shit. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? But, overall, you know, it's a blessing. You know, we love the shit, but you know, we do what we do. You know what I mean? But we seen a lot of shit behind the scenes, especially Lounge. You know what I mean? He older than me, so he can tell you way more. You know what I mean? From the beginning from day one. You know what I mean? When the egg was cracked with Wu-Tang until it started getting in the 90s when I started getting my feet wet. You know what I mean? So, you know,
we was here.
Yeah, we was here.
Just as well as I watched them grow, they watching me grow. It doesn't matter, you know, the age difference, so whatever the case may be.
It's one unique family.
I know each one of their mothers, man. I know each of their siblings. This is what we do. They know my mom. They know my siblings. You know, so this ain't no game here. You know, word. This ain't no game, man. We brothers, man, to the end.
Absolutely.
That don't stop nothing.
Where did the lingo start from?
Some guy out there, man.
Where?
It's goddamn, man. You know.
Okay.
Nah, you know, I put all that stuff together, man.
You got a very articulate brain. That's unique, man.
You probably smoke some boogie foot. I smoke, you know, mispronunciate my words, and we got that. Yeah. Now we gonna run with that one. You know, but
nah, that's
it's like, you know, it ain't nothing to do with that though. We like to have fun, man.
Just keep continue, you know.
We got babies, man.
Absolutely.
I got grands. My God got grands. We accumulating. So you know, it's a better thing for us to do right now. Like he said, we ain't have much to do when we was younger. You know, even though I did have a childhood. You know, because right now, if you like 20, 25, almost 30, you ain't had no childhood because the phones was out already.
Right.
You know, so it's like, nah, I played in the back on the swings, bust my head open on the seesaws, sliding boards and all that.
All them scars, huh?
Yeah, so you know, it's crazy to see kids that you don't normally see come out with you because you were so much on a family type etiquette thing, you know. It's like when the babies come out, all of my grandkids, my nephews and all that. I roll in the dirt and play kickball. It doesn't matter. This is what we do in that K Woods Foundation. My guy, oh man.
You already know.
How do you guys continue that unity and uplift each other when you see the one, you know, me struggling? Because no matter how successful one is, there's always those cloudy moments to where you just want to give up. You know, I'm sure you encounter that with the park and everything. How do you guys unite together and, you know what I mean, keep that bond and keep that love and that genuineness there?
Water team. You know what I mean? You know. Yeah, come on, man. Tell them what it is. He came up with
Day regardless to entertainment and money.
The water team. We a team every day regardless to entertainment and money.
No doubt.
I told you, we brothers.
It don't change. When the cameras go off, we still brothers.
This is what we do.
We keep it 100. You know what I mean?
That's it.
It's like, you know, I'll be busting my ass, but you know, these my brothers keep me on, you know, keep me focused.
This guy.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I be working hard for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I go hard. I don't use no names. I print my own name. I got my own name bumping. You know what I mean? But to be honest, it's like, I love just giving back. You know what I mean? That shit feel good. It's deeper than money. You know what I mean? Money come and go. Friendship don't. You know what I mean? It's only a few real ones. So it's like I'm sticking with the real ones. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. It's really crazy how me and your network and friendship and, you know what I mean, where we at right now, you know, evolved.
100%.
You know what I mean? I remember standing back at my fairgrounds like, you're gonna do what? You know what I mean?
And it's just 35 plus over here, man.
You know, and that's, you know what I mean? I really admire your movement because, you know, what I try to do back at my hometown too, you know what I mean, is uplift my kids, the kids too, because I didn't really have much. We still don't have much. No, so what I see you guys doing as a team, you know what I mean, I really admire that, you know what I mean, honestly, wholeheartedly, you know what I mean, because not too many people are like that.
No
you know, they want to take and take and take, you know what I mean? You don't ever want to give.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you build a community when you give back. That's a beautiful thing. I really admire that.
Yeah. Good looking.
Appreciate it.
Word. But yeah, man. I mean, I like I said, man, I love it. Kids is happy, families is happy. You know what I mean? Took us 4 years to really get the basketball court going. But like I told you, the vision is to get the bottom. Once I get the bottom done, then it's like it's complete. You know what I mean? Studio, you know what I mean? I could have little podcasts and shit going on, doing interviews in there. You know what I mean? Cafeteria, I could do, free lunch and all that for the kids.
It's going down.
You know what I mean? I want to bring it back like how it was us coming up. Because us coming up back in the days, you know what I mean? It was like, yo, we had a little free lunch and shit. We wanted to run up to the school, PS 57, get a little snack. You know what I mean? Or we had the lady just,
Snacks, all
what's the
that,
lady?
right?
Oh, Miss King.
Miss Patterson.
Miss Patterson, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, man. But it's just like with this.
So how did you guys format the water team? How did you guys come together? I mean, you guys always been around each other, but what gave you this? What gave you that? How long have you guys been in existence? Let's start from there.
Shit.
Besides the friendship, the water team in general.
The water team in general for like, I'm gonna say probably like 20 years, right? Stomach, how long? We've been rocking for.
If you gonna bust it down from the water.
Yeah, from ice water to the water. You know what I mean? I had a group called Ice Water. You know what I mean? One of my brothers over here is Stomach. He's still here. You know what I mean? Loyal to the T. You know what I mean? We had a group back then. You know what I mean? Shit was going on. You could go check that out, Google that and all that. But I had that going, so that kind of didn't work out. You know what I mean? But peace and bless to my family. It's all love. And then we wound up just switching. I wound up just switching. Like, let me keep this shit going. Fresh energy, new start. But now the shit is water team. You know what I mean? I just kept running.
Was the ice water.
Was the ice water? Yeah, that was the start of it. But then I just
team was the fresh face.
You know the water team will look, man.
Then my brother came to me. You know what I mean? Lounge.
Yeah.
Out of the blue, like, yo, we a team, everything. You know what I mean?
We got
That came.
I'm like, oh, this nigga. You know what I mean?
That came. That's it sounds right.
Like 6, 7.
It's entertainment and money. It doesn't matter. We already been there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
You shed so much motivation, and it's a beautiful thing. I like watching your little clips when you go through, because that's not too many people have that high spirit in them.
no, ain't nothing to it but the goddamn I do it.
Huh?
You say, ain't that true, but the goddamn mouth.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know what I'm saying? Come on, my guy.
6 years going
I
on.
tell you, we just started.
So now, how do you guys consider yourself within the boroughs? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, we always.
there's beef everywhere. You know what I mean? And that's always gonna be like that.
Yeah, it's definitely beef everywhere. It's just how you carry
Shit,
yourself
got
first
nothing
and
to do with us,
foremost. And we were, not saying we worldwide, but we worldwide. That W is up. You know what I mean? We peoples know peoples. You know how that go, but it's really how you carry yourself, man. Any hood,
Respect everywhere,
anywhere
yeah.
you go. You know what I mean? And respect, you get respect. You know what I mean?
And that's why I call myself Simpson, Staten Island most popular son. That's
Nice
me.
metaphor. Nice.
It's a goddamn 3-piece.
With the hook involved, right? So with all your givebacks and everything, what's one of your most memorable things so far?
I mean, shit, I got a few, but I'm gonna just say, just going on trips with the kids. You know what I mean?
Family day.
Family day. So I do this thing every year.
Every
You
year.
know what I mean? This might be my 4th year.
4th year in a row.
You know what I mean? I call it Family Fun Weekend. You know what I mean? So one day it's either a park or a water park ride or whatever. You like a Great Adventures, I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? I do a Great Adventures or whatever. I get the kids or whatever, get 2-3 buses or whatever, and we just ride up. So I do everything free for the kids or whatever. Easter, any of that. Like I took them on a cruise. We had like about 100 something. I did a cruise last year. Pandemic, I still did this shit. We had 2 buses. So I do that, yeah. So the weekend, so Saturday I do a splish splash or something like that with the kids or whatever, and some adults. And this Sunday is more like you got the more family, you know what I mean, family day. We all vibe, you know what I mean, different projects. I had them on the buses or whatever, and family. So we
Go
just
up
come
to the
together
state
and do
parks
family,
with
you
the
know what I
giant
mean?
grills.
So we go up to the big park. I serve our mad food. You know what I mean?
400
Burgers, hot
burgers.
dogs. Yeah, you know what I
All
mean?
the families come together and just
How do you do it?
And
we
just
cook,
vibe.
y'all cook, they cook, fellowship basically.
How I do it, man? I can't
Nice,
really
good
say,
hands
man.
full.
I mean that's a lot,
Go
bro.
to
That's, you know what I mean?
Costco,
That's
crazy
deep.
on the.
That's deep. And I just go out and
just
shop
bounce,
at my
jump on
own.
some
We
big
just
ass coach
get
buses,
big grills.
Bring
you
the
know
whole
what
hood out.
But I like it, man. You know
Smiles
what I
on
mean?
those faces, though, right?
Put smiles. That's
Earlier when we were at the park there, I remember just listening to you, bro, and you made that statement. But I'm happy on your park right there that you created, you know, and that was a beautiful thing. Hearing that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful thing, man. Like I can't even front. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. I don't know, man. It's just a blessing, but I'm happy.
I think
Day by day, that's how we
Do you have a vision, or are you just going with the motion?
I mean,
Like,
this
you just-
one.
I mean, you know the purpose, but
The vision I have, I ain't gonna front. The vision I have, I'm just been sticking with it. You know what I mean? And you know they always say like, you know, we always got a vision. We go halfway with it. You know what I mean? Cause we get frustrated or whatever. But you know, like I just never gave up on it. You know what I mean? I had many doors closed on me to get this park done. You know what I mean? I had some help. You know what I mean? I got somebody that's, you know what I mean, had a belief or had to do whatever. But it was like I had to get that park done. You know what I mean? Like we need a park in the hood. We never had that shit.
you can't say nothing against that.
we should have been had a park in the hood.
Nobody did that, right?
No, nobody did that.
Nobody. You know what I mean?
God did that.
Much respect.
So,
Yeah.
you know, that's a blessing. But once I get the bottom done, it's over. I'm
Phase 2.
That's it. That's the second phase, and I know I can get it done. But the way I'm gonna do this, I'm a campaigner, and I'm gonna have a lot of brothers involved with it. You know what I mean? Between my rappers, my childhood friends, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna go real ham on it because what we need is shit that we didn't have. Certain brothers that I know that's around in the hood now can relate to that. You know what I mean? So it's like for us to get that done for the babies, I know I can get help with that more than anything. You know what I mean? So that's my next vision, to really just campaign that shit. I need that shit done by next year. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck around in the summer. Who knows? I'm plotting it now. You know what I mean? The groundbreaking. So me doing the groundbreaking, you know what I mean? I brought a lot of attention to a lot of people. You know what I mean? I'm just want the right people involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not just trying to snatch anybody money and all that. Because I've been having certain people come to me, you know what I mean, with some money and shit. To do the shit, you know what I mean? But it's like, nah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Gotta be right for us. But that's where I'm at with it.
Would you consider yourself, and nothing against musically, but on a individual basis, would you consider yourself more musically inclined, or would you consider yourself more mentally inclined, meaning artist or a business mind frame?
I'm gonna say a little bit of both, but I'm gonna say more business right now. You know what I mean? Because again, me growing up, like I ain't graduate or go to college, and you know what I mean? Like the motherfuckers just gave me my diploma. It's like, yeah, don't even come back to the school, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? I was one of those. So it's like, you know, I graduated, but I ain't graduate, walk across the motherfucking, you know what I mean, the stage and shit. But I felt good graduating the day when I cut the ribbon in Park Hill Day. You know what I mean? That was my graduation, walking across. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers thinking I couldn't do whatever. So that was it for me right there. So the vision I got, I'm gonna continue it. You know what I mean? Because I know I can do it. You know what I mean? It might take time. It took 4 years for that shit. You know what I mean? But I got it done. You know what I mean? So, you know, my next vision, like I said, phase 2 is coming. Word.
Phase 2 coming, baby.
Stay tuned. Have you ever faced any setbacks, like any incarcerations or anything like that?
I mean, well, you know, when I first, you know, again, I was in my teens and all that, I was bad as fuck. Like, I probably been arrested at least probably 50 times on some bullshit, either weed, drugs, you know what I mean, some stupid shit like that, misdemeanor shits or whatever, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I had my little time in jail and shit. I was fortunate to wake up out of that shit like, nah, I'm not going back there. You know what I mean? So, again, that was another motivation for me, like, yo, I got to get my shit together. But at the same time, I had to grind. You know what I mean? I had to hustle. Us coming up, it was a hustle thing. You know what I mean? We came up different, like I said. It wasn't like, yo, you know, we was going in the park with our moms every day. Like, yo, here, go run in the park or whatever. One, we ain't had no park in the middle park where we built the park. We had to go down the block. You know what I mean? And sometimes we couldn't even go down the block because it was beef. You know what I mean? You go down the block, you might get your ass whipped. You know what I mean? And so where we was at, and then like to the corner, that was a whole nother beef. Even through in Park Hill, which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So there was a lot going on back then. So we kind of grew up a little different. We grew up to basically protect one another, you know what I mean, and hold each other down, you know what I mean, and have our teams. You know what I mean? It was different teams, different posses and all that shit back
clan
then.
mentality.
Yeah, right.
Reflecting,
All pun intended.
reflecting back on that change, you know what I mean, where you're sitting there in that lonely state. How can you suggest to the viewers, you know what I mean, to get out of that, you know what I mean? Listen, this is done. What, you know what I mean, reflect back on that.
Say that again?
Reflecting back, how can you motivate somebody to let them know that just because you're incarcerated, there is always room for change?
Oh yeah, it is definitely room for change. You know what I mean? It just, like I said, you gotta be focused. You know what I mean? You gotta want it. You gotta stay motivated. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're gonna get doors shut down on you. That don't mean give up. If you want it, go get it. You know what I mean? I had many doors shut down me. You know what I mean? Where I felt like motherfuckers didn't want to fuck with me. Through the industry, through rappers, certain rappers being on some funny shit or whatever. But back then it was all whatever. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shit changed. You know what I mean? But
then you got to the point where you don't want to fuck with them now.
Yeah. So now, pretty much.
When we get there,
You already showed your colors.
I already showed my. So yeah, now certain rappers, I be like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I don't even want. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So I'm in my own little thing. But like I said, my main thing is just get that bottom done. You know what I'm saying? That's the focus.
Let's go into your foundation, because that's where, you know what I mean, this all stemmed from, right?
100%.
So describe that. You know what I mean? What was your idea on that?
Well, like I said, you know, basically me growing up, I didn't have none of that. You know what I mean? So when I first started, I was doing a lot of things like Park Hill Day. You know what I mean? I started doing that, you know, just coming up, you know what I mean, watching other brothers do it first, you know what I mean? Then they wind up just stop doing it, and then I just continue it for a minute. You know what I mean? The elevator was just in a passion, because it's like, again, we Park Hill, we just in that one neighborhood that y'all seen. You know what I mean? That's all we got was us right there. You know what I mean?
That's
so
your
eventually, we all wind up coming family because, we can't go nowhere. But fuck, we in Park Hill. You know what I mean? It was only so much. We didn't have no parks.
Down the block, Tall G.
That's all it was. Up the block, down the block of Tall G. From the wall, you walk from the building to that store, which was the PLO store, and come back or whatever. You either gonna fuck somebody up or you know what I mean, whatever. That's all it was. You know what I mean? Sometimes even hard to go around the corner. You know
y'all projects beef. You guys in the Stapleton, right?
Yeah.
So what was that like? You know what I mean? Because now you guys is
everything is cool now because we grew out of it. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers alive.
The Wu kind of stamped that.
Yeah, the Wu definitely, I would say, stamped it too. Once they,
once they came together, the hood stopped being
The Stapleton had some real mama jama shit going on, man.
It's crazy. It's generational.
Some shit going on back then.
All the way back to his era. He's older.
Yeah, he got the era. Yeah.
that was deep back then, huh?
Yeah, he was going out of the shows. 100 deep.
I don't even know why it's
Shit. Got my little man over there. Know what I mean?
Yeah, that's called fish right there. You know what I mean? You can't see him. You know what I mean? What up? Can the pup get a little shine over there a little bit?
You know, but it's like a lot of us is definitely gone.
Yeah.
You know, it's like whether they still here or gone. You know what I mean? It's like even our guys is doing whatever they doing right now. You know, Johnny and XYZ and them U-God and them or whatever the case may be. That's who I grew up with. You know what I mean? So it's not too many of my guys that I really grew up with out there besides like Carlton, Raider Ruckus, something like that or whatever the case may be. But nah, all day it's 3-piece. I rep that water team and y'all know who I mean, man.
Right.
When you guys are on that stage there and you're looking back at your team here performing, what be going through your brain?
I mean, it'd be a lot because I'd be like, damn. My
Thoughts never stop. I know that.
Yeah,
Me and you very similar, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, me, like I said, it's just funny because, you know what I mean? Us growing up, it's like I said, we grew up different. So me able to doing shit now, it's like, you know how it is. We all know, like, well, us, as far as being promoters or whatever, it's like, you know what I mean? We might see like a Big Daddy Kane or whatever. You know what I mean? So now it's like, yo, a couple of years later that like you heard this motherfucker on the radio or whatever, and that's your idol. Now it's like, yo, you sitting in the dressing room with him like, yo, yeah, pass this blunt. Or I'm gonna give him niggas some weed and shit or whatever. So it's dreams that we did that it's like, word. You know what I mean? Should be real. Come on, I booked fucking Monique. You know what I mean? I did Monique, the comedian. You know what I mean? I booked her. You know what I mean? Mike Epps. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I used to sit, smoke, watch this motherfucker on TV. You know what I mean? So it's like things like that. I could go further on into it, but my whole point is like...
I'm going to go over that question, too. Because I be used to wonder the same shit what the nigga be doing. Because K is quiet. He's mad for him, you know? You know when he likes something, he gonna move. When you see that nigga bobbing, that nigga's a tool, you know what I mean?
They grabbed him.
See, even for me, I be on the stage doing my thing, and I always look back for that nigga. That nigga just be in the cut. Damn, yeah, that nigga right. That nigga start dancing, right. You know that nigga, you know what I mean? So I be hyped, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You know he believe in his squad. You know
I'm happy, you know what I mean, for the squad, for the people I got, like I said, because, you know what I mean, like, yo, it's real out here. You know what I mean? It's like motherfuckers dying every day. You know what I mean? You turn on the news all over the world, somebody is dying, you know what I mean? So it's like a blessing. And us just coming up the hood where we come from, you know what I mean? Everywhere got their struggle or whatever, but, you know what I mean? I'm going to just speak from my side of the hood. It was real. You know what I mean? I learned a lot. Like, motherfucker, everything I learned on the street, I watching my brothers like him, you know what I mean? Brothers, you know, like you know what I mean, Carfish, Jazz, you know what I mean, those are my other little, you know, brothers and shit. But, you know, Ruckus, you know, just certain guys that I just watch, you know what I mean, grow up for them. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I mean, like, I watch everybody. Like me growing up, we watch everybody, you know what I mean? Good OGs, so even coming up then, it's like, you know what I mean, they see us doing shit, they at least kick a Jew, whether we listen or not. You know what I mean? You take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Now, man, it's crazy now. You know what I mean? So I learned a lot too. You know what I mean? I used to be hard-headed too and shit. You know what I mean? And after some, you know how they say sometimes, you know what I mean, you gotta be hard and make yourself bad, you know what I mean? So
it definitely will.
And it'll catch up to you. But after you do that and you learn all that, you know now, like, all right, listen, I know what I need to do. You know what I mean? So just going back into that, now going into the community, it's like once I start doing the Park Hill Day shit or whatever, it was just a vibe. You know what I mean? Then it was like, you know, the kids was like, yo, when you gonna do Park Hill Day again or whatever? You know what I mean? Shit like that.
About that stuff.
Yeah, so they talk about it and they look forward to it. So I did that for a while. You know what I mean? Then I'm like, damn, you know what? My homegirl Tal, you know what I mean, she work with me and shit. She like, yo, Kay, you need to perform your foundation. Like, you really should just go hard, because you be going hard anyway.
Is that the one that your computer?
Yeah, you know, the girl. Yeah, shout out to Tal, you know what I mean? But yeah, she the one that really gave me the motivation. I ain't gonna front. Like, yo, you should just go ape on it, bro. You already got it. You doing it. Like, you might as well do this shit real and just build on it. You know what I mean? So that was another boost. But my goal was already to like, yo, let me build this community center. You know what I mean? And she just came in and just put the extra battery on the back for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
I mean, it's crazy. You said earlier in the interview, you didn't just grab money from everybody. You know what I mean? So basically, you were very selective of your, you know what I mean, your arms of who you extended it to.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Because again, you know what I mean, I had a couple, you know what I mean, like, yo, wanted to throw something, man, but you know, wanted something for it, which I understand and I knew what it was, but I was like, yo, nah, this got to be my baby. Like, I got to take my time with this shit. You know what I mean? The person who I got involved really knew, like, you know, this is the shit, you know what I mean? Because it's like, not really like I put a gun up, but it's like, yo, we got to get this done, like, you know what I mean? But it took a little minute. It wasn't easy. 4 years, like I said, you know what I'm saying? But,
a lot of stressful moments probably, too.
Oh, stress, hell, you know what I mean? Working up, come on, man. Ball spots, all types of shit going on, you know what I mean? Real like that, you know what I mean? Again, I grew up different, man. And you know what I mean? And the way we grow up, we don't fuck with everybody. You know what I mean? I stick to that.
Just that quietness alone, right?
It's like, nah.
You know what I mean? This shit is real.
At least he had that, you know what I mean, to even share that. A lot of, even me, I sometimes I'm just like, I'm good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really, we're not really good.
We're not really good, you know what I mean? But
sometimes
again,
our mental health, you know what I mean, because we got so much on our plate. I know, bro,
So that's what it
that
is.
one concert, man, I wanted to crawl under a rock, bro.
Word.
And I'm just like, you know, it's stressful, but sometimes a lot of people don't fight for that stress.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
But me having my good brothers around or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, again, like, man, I got fucking 40, you know what I mean? Basically. All of us, basically, you know what I mean? Like, us sitting here, so, you know what I mean? If I feel like I'm really depressed, you know what I mean? I can talk to my niggas about anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Honestly. You know what I mean? It's only a few of us. That's why we just keep it tight, man.
That's a beautiful
what
thing.
it really is, man. It ain't about the money, you know what I mean? The money gonna come.
It's crazy. I was just
mean?
having this conversation earlier, and
I'd on this before anything.
I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's what it is. This my honey pennies right here. You know what I mean? I'll just keep it like that, man. But I'm very, very, very grateful that I'm able to do certain shit like this. You know what I mean? Again, you know, we got family in the Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's a blessing that, yo, we don't even go off of that. You know what I mean?
Your own
This
grounds.
the motherfucking boomer right here. You know what I mean? He got the slang right there. You know what I mean? He you know, he invented the cow. I don't know if you've seen it. You know what I mean? He got the cow. You know what I mean? He named it. You know, he named meth. You know what I mean? So it's like certain shit that, you know, dudes got their own, but niggas still be back here closed doors. Niggas ain't, you know what I mean? So
That's why this is a unique one, because, you know, you guys don't even live off that, and it's beautiful. Like, you know what I mean? It's just,
Definitely not.
it's unique in itself.
Definitely not.
And the interaction that you guys have, you guys share and communicate back and forth, and that team up. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful family, man.
Word.
It's a beautiful family. I'm pleased. You know what I mean? I'm glad even know you guys, even be able to have this conversation.
Likewise, too, man.
No, love. You already know, man. Word.
Yeah, we just be.
What was your idea in your clothing?
Yeah, well, this
Make
right
sure you go and support also.
Yeah. Well, this right here is my brother Tyreek right here. I mean, he can speak a little bit more on the Park Hill one, and then I can speak over. You know what I mean? You got the Park Hill.
Okay, part of it.
ParkHillClothingCompany.com.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the one that was on the corner?
Yeah, Park Hill. Yeah,
Okay,
Park Hill.
Rafe, man.
Yeah, shout out to my brother Tyreek for
Rafe,
sure.
man. Definitely.
Absolutely.
You know what I
So,
mean? You know, we from the grain, you know what I mean?
Park
Then, you know, we got the
Hill
Park Hill K-Woods Foundation. You know what I mean? That's
Staten Island.
Yeah, you know how we rocking. Right. You know what I mean? Also, you know, little gift bags and all that. You know what I mean? You know, this is on the cheer right now and all that. With the little water team.
Okay.
You know, we represent that.
Make sure you get that. That shit's beautiful. I need me one of those.
So we working, you know, we doing what we do, but overall though, nah. But it's a blessing, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm happy to really like be here and able to even be talking and, you know what I mean, ever to speak. Because there's more to talk about, you know what I mean? The next time we going to vibe, I'm coming to Buffalo, we going to vibe out there and do an interview.
Absolutely.
Because now y'all can have some questions and we can really get busy on.
That's what makes these things unique, because it always goes to the next, like, you know,
Yeah,
and next you know you got this beautiful documentary or whatever, you know what I mean? A beautiful life.
Yeah, and I could really tell a story or whatever. We can tell y'all a little bit more and vibe out, smoke. But overall, man, yeah, I like what I do.
What's your best suggestion on a positive note to uplift the kids in the community that you can elaborate on a little
I
drop?
mean, I just say, yo, just stay strong, stay focused. You know what I mean? If it's something you believe in, don't give up. You know what I mean? And, you know, just do the best you can, man. You know what I mean? And really, yo, just stay away from the drugs, man. And I don't want to condone it, but if anything, just smoke some weed, man. Just smoke the weed. You ain't gotta be down just to smoke crack and all that little crazy shit going on right now. You know what I mean? Like, if you gonna want to get high, just get high for weed,
That's
man.
it.
You know what I mean? Cause it's a lot of people dying now and shit.
Sometimes
You know what I
listen to
mean?
your elders, man.
Word. I ain't even gonna front, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. My birthday just passed. You know what I mean? I'm happy to be here. I seen a lot of people go. You know what I mean? I'm able to be blessed to be 46 years old right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
My
Like,
mom's birthday.
you know what I mean? God bless, word.
Mama.
46, you know what I mean? So
It's another thing, man.
Word.
Stay up in pills, man.
Yeah, it's
Stay
real.
off the pills, rolling with drugs, right?
It's my guy's stomach from the water team right here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Come closer right here.
Yeah, stay up in fucking pills, man.
Word. That's my guy's stomach right here from water team, you know what I mean? So, you know, we just the fam right here. We just do what we do and just keep it tight, though.
How's your feelings about being part of the family?
I mean, for me, I've been around so long, this shit is natural. You know what I mean? Like, we got 40 in, so, and our family was family. Like, this nigga know my moms, my pops, our parents hung out, shit like that.
Word,
Our
vice
siblings
versa.
hung out.
Siblings and all that.
This shit is real deeper than it seems, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
tell us
deeper than
the
the
story,
scene.
man.
We all
It's
got
like-
stories. It's crazy.
word.
And it's only a few of us to get
crazy,
to tell it,
huh?
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like you
Yo,
said,
Moms, come on, your mom's hanging with your moms.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Down to the siblings. You know what I mean? Come on.
branch down to branch down to
Branch down
branch.
to branch down.
What's wrong with
Force
that?
that
Look?
now.
Word.
Like in Brooklyn and shit like that.
Come on.
Force that now.
You know what I mean? They know
on,
each other. We go from Brooklyn
That's
to
a
Staten
close
Island.
knit all the way down.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's deep. It's love though. So when we say we brothers, man, we brothers for real. You know what I mean? You know, we all can have disagreements or whatever, but this shit still be tight. You know what I mean? It's never that often. You know what I mean? At all. You know what I mean? Motherfucker have a disagreement before anything. You know what I mean? That's the worst we had in probably just say 35 of them years. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. Looking for a lot of shit, doing the shows. You know what I mean? Like I got some real crazy. We got music coming. These dude guys got a little EP coming. You know what I mean? We just gonna work it. You know what I mean?
Anything you can drop now, you know what I mean, to be looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, you know, these guys should be dropping some music soon. I'm be working on a big festival for the summer. You know what I mean? I'm gonna announce that in a minute. Get a couple of artists, like, you know, I ain't gonna really name all man.
Yeah, you ain't gotta go there.
Yeah. But
We already know that.
we gonna make, you know, just make it pop. I'm just really, like I said, I'm gonna do a nice little fundraiser. So I definitely want y'all to come out and, you know what I mean, podcast. So y'all can do interviews to catch people and ask them some questions.
That'd be a beautiful
real
thing,
quick,
man.
you know what I
Appreciate
mean? I'm gonna do this fundraiser, like I said, to get this money up. I'm gonna do a dinner. Might need y'all for that too. That'll be dope. I'm gonna do that in May. I did a dinner last year. I had Ghost and
Slick Rick.
and Slick Rick. You know what I mean? I did a dinner joint. It was dope. I had like 250 people there.
Nice.
Dressed up, fly, did some auction. You had to come clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't throw them shoes on.
Okay.
He wasn't getting through. You know what I mean? Grown
special
sexy
event?
vibe. Yeah, it was a special event. Slick Rick performed. You know what I mean? Like I said, we had Ghost in there hosting it. So I'm gonna come with something crazy this year. Yeah, this year is gonna be a little different. You know what I mean? But that's gonna be in May. You know what I mean? So you know we gonna be in tune. We gonna be doing a lot of things this summer.
Okay. What's some of you guys' platforms that people can follow you guys at?
Well, my IG is KCOTWT. You know what I mean? And my foundation is K Woods Foundation. K Woods Foundation.
Goddamn boomer. You understand? GODDAMNBOOMER. TWT. Yes, sir.
Right, my IG is stomach_1.
Yeah, that's 3 AGLE _ TWT.
Yeah, man.
And also the water team, right?
Yeah, the water team. I got the water team fest page. You can catch that. You know what I mean? When I be doing my event, you know what I mean? When I do my little concert events, shit like that. But overall, I just really want y'all to get into that K Woods Foundation. It's gonna be something big this year. I'm gonna do a lot of shit for the kids, God willing. As long as I'm here and I can walk, I'm gonna talk it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show it. Like
Keep
I've
adding
been
finish
doing,
to that,
you
bro.
know what I
I
mean?
know a lot of your community really supports, and you know what I mean, really appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah,
Your movement is unique. We've already addressed that. You know,
Okay.
you a unique individual yourself.
Thank
He
you.
love the kids.
Your actions display that.
Thank you.
You prime. You a goat, bro. Like I know you don't even act like that. You know what I mean? Put yourself like in that category, but you different. You special, bro.
I appreciate that.
You special, bro.
Nah,
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Nah, thank you. Appreciate it, man. I'm here. Like I said, as long as the kids happy, I'm happy. You know what I mean? That's all I can really say. As long as the kids is happy, I'm happy. That's the shit that I ain't get. So me can put smilers and they smiling, the families, smiling, and I could do food giveaways and shit like that, man. I'm good. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I always want to be better, especially my dudes. You know what I mean? Word. That's it. Just take over. You know what I mean? And just rock out.
You already there, bro. You already there, man.
Thanks.
Like I said, people, this is another on the road trip from TTS. We appreciate everyone paying attention. I hope you guys gang something from this. There's a lot of knowledge, a lot of jewels dropped here, and there's a lot of motivation standing right here, right now. So like I said, make sure you guys tune in on that Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
On the road trip.
Yeah, we outside. Peace, water.
3, peace.
Yep.
Water or none?
Yeah.
Water?
Yeah.
Water or none? We want ready bitches.
3 piece for your blood
3
clot.
pieces for your
Water
blood
or none,
clot. Water or none? Water or none? Yeah. Water or none? Water or none? Water or none? Water or none? Yeah. Water or none? Water or none? Yeah. Water or none? Yeah. Water or none? Yeah. Water or none? Water or none? We a team every day. Fuck with 9, I'ma spray. Yeah. Got the beam on the case and everything to 'em straight. What? Every bullet hit the mark. It'll never be a stray. Everybody all dripping now. Yeah, I'm jacking, that's the waterway. Still dripping is the title. Yeah, I know you niggas seen the wave. Every party, every stage. Water team niggas getting paid. Every club niggas fuck it up. 50 deep so they know it's us. 50 bottles, y'all know it's up. Haters sick, got them throwing up. When you hear that like this us, 3 pieces, I'ma throw it up. 3 pieces, I'ma throw it up. 3 pieces, I'ma throw it up. Nah, we don't fuck with them niggas. If it's a problem, we'll dump on you niggas. Before you know it, it's a gun on you niggas. Send them demons that'll come for you niggas like, whoa! Water or none? Water or none? Yeah, water or none? Water or none? Water or none? Water or none?
Water or nothing, all of my niggas came up from nothing and turned it to something. Niggas be frontin', they know we on they playlist on the low, we on they speaker bumpin'. If you don't fuck with us, then you don't fuck with us. You know we never really gave a fuck. When we start thumping them him and start tucking, you gotta be stupid if you running up. Water be drippin', can't catch the wave, coach, y'all niggas slippin'. Niggas need dissin', but we keep doing our thing. Every hit when we drop us a bang. Love my niggas, when we make it whole gang, chain gang. Read about it, I woke up flexin', was dreaming about it. They took my rock, so I rerouted. Check out my stats, bitch, I been clouded, fuck who been doubted.
Water or nothing, dropping my top on my niggas be stuntin'. Shout out DE, that's my hitter, he gunnin'. It's deep in the rap, it ain't about money. Me and my niggas about loyalty. If you ain't got no balls, then don't come for me. All my niggas drip PG, that's water team. Little niggas might drown if you cross the street, tryna come for me. We cannot fuck with them boys cause they suspects, and it's making them upset. They wanna fuck with the team cause it's success, and they know that we up next. We hit the stool when we making a new theme, and I know it got boys stressed. And we got shorties, they saying they so wet, while we getting them undressed.
Water or none? Water or none? Yeah, water or none? Yeah, water or none? Water or none? I got it. Water or none?
I'm bold, then I'm cocky, and niggas can't stop me. These 6'9s will make you run back and forth like Takashi. Couple shells hit your body, wanna make it a problem. Be tweaking, get left leaking, boys shaking like Harlem. Try to move on the set, talk tough than the gang there. Water team on the check, get the bucks like a reindeer. Act right or get left, there's a whole lot of pain there. Bullets gon' hit the chest, then posting up it's like Lane Bear. Game's mine, get the padlock, game time with the last shot. Plus I bought the Mac with me, and I ain't talking no laptop. Hit the spot, pop a bottle, and lead the club with Madre. Once the water start running, we be drumming like Andre. Make your daughter start coming, she be thinking she Beyonce. Bullets gon' hit your windshield, your car dash, no Kanye.
Water or none? Water or none? Yeah, water or none? Water or none?
Yeah,